Well, good afternoon. This is Vinny speaking, and we're here with another game from my tournament. This is a tournament that I started with Stratomatic with the 2025 season. I've switched it over to payoff pitch, and we've reached the point where we have four teams now in each league uh, going for the World Series. To see who will make it there. We're in the American League Championship. What I've done is we worked up to where we got to the final four teams in each league. Those teams will now play each other in a best of three series, and the winner with the best is the one with the best record. Those two teams will go on to the World Series. We are in the third game of this series. The Royals beat the Yankees in the second game, so the series is tied at 1-1, and this is the winner take all from this series. The Royals have been a pretty upstart in this tournament, and they've done pretty well. So our matchups today will be for the Royals. They will have Seth Lugo pitching, and the Yankees will go with Max Fried, the left-hander. For the Royals, their starting lineup is going to be Jonathan India at second, Bobby Witt at short, Michael Garcia third, Salvador Perez is catching, Vinny Pasquantino at first base, Randall Grichuk in right field, Mike Yastrzemski will be the designated hitter, Nick Lofton is in left field, and Kyle Isbell is in center field. Now for the Yankees, they will have Jason Dominguez leading off and playing left field, Cody Bellinger in center field batting second, Aaron Judge in right field batting third. Next is Ben Rice, first baseman, Giancarlo Stanton, the designated hitter, Jazz Chisholm at second, Austin Wells catching, Jose Caballero will be the shortstop, and Ryan McMahon will be the third baseman. So we're ready to get this game underway. Play ball. And here we go. So Jonathan India is your starting pitcher or the hitter rather, against Max Fried. There's Max Fried's card, 2.86 ERA, right? In 32 starts, he had a 19-5 record. And here is Jonathan India. So our roll is a 680, a 680. We have a tough, and we have 80, and that is going to be a ground ball to shortstop. As you can see, I enter the results manually. We have the season cards, so you'll see the season cards come up here. Here's Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt, that's a 1080. He is an in-play 80. That also will turn into a fly to center field for the second out. All right, next up we have Michael Garcia. It's a 725, patient 25, and Garcia is going to draw a walk. So we have a run around. Let's see. Garcia is a C with an arm of 3. Hold is a 5. The jump is a 4, so that would be a 9. C3. I play a little bit different on the stolen base. But they're going to hold him on. So when I hold a runner on, that drops the rating down 1, so it makes him a D3 base stealer. Okay, Salvador Perez comes up. We have a 4 in play, 97, and that is a fly out to left field. So we're done with the top of the first inning. The series is being played in Yankee Stadium. The Yankees have the top seed of the remaining teams, and so all their series will be at the stadium. All right, here we go. Jason Dominguez, there's Seth Lugo's card. And Dominguez is the hitter. So here we go. We have a 998, so a tough 98, and that comes out to a fly out to right field. There we go. One out in the bottom of the first. Cody Bellinger is up. We have 588 in play, 88, and that will be a fly out to right field. And you can see I move at a quick pace. Aaron Judge. Here's Judge. We have a 559 in play, 59. And as you can see, his goes up to only a 52. So that's going to turn into a pop up to the third baseman. And pop out, third base. And one inning is in the books, no score. Randall. All right, Vinny Pasquantino is the hitter. Lefty on lefty here. We have a 7, patient 2, and Pasquantino will draw a walk. So he's on. He's an ace stealer, doesn't have a jump rating, so he just have a hold of 5, and they'll still hold him on. So it's going to make him a B3 stealer. Randall Grichuk, he's the hitter. We have a 597, tough 97. 97 is a fly out to left field. And now we have Yastrzemski. Okay. Here's the roll of that. We have 987 tough. 87 is going to be a fly out to right field. Two down, Nick Lofton. 652, we have a tough 52, and that is going to be a ground out to the third baseman. And that'll do it for the Royals in the second. Ben Rice, the cleanup hitter. We have 839. We have a tough 39. And that's a double for Ben Rice. He's right on the cusp of that double. So a leadoff double for Ben Rice. And that brings up Giancarlo Stanton. We have 895, tough 95. That is a fly out to left field. I would prefer, I think that if the runners were just going to hold, that it would just be a fly out to left and you wouldn't have to go and hit that runners holding. But yeah, it is what it is. Jazz Chisholm. Here we go. We have 858. Another tough 58. And Jazz is going to strike out here. And that brings up Austin Wells. 11. We have a wheelhouse, 21. And it's going to be a home run for Austin Wells. And that will give the Yankees a 2-0 lead. All right, Jose Caballero. And we have an 8-13, another tough 13 is a strikeout. And that does it for the Yankees, but they get 2 runs. And they lead it 2-0 after 2. All right, Kyle Isbell, center fielder for the Royals. 567, that's tough. 67, that's a base hit for Isbell. A base hit. So here we go. We got Jonathan India coming up. 896, tough 96. Fly out to left field. Bobby Witt Jr. 654. Tough 54. That is a base hit. And on the tough, we just go the number of bases. Uh, so it's a one base advance. So now Freed has gotten himself into a little situation. First and second, one out. Michael Garcia. We have 9. Tough 66. And 66 is a grounder to second. So we have a possible double play. Both are double play. The pitcher and batter here both rated 6. So 6 or less for the double play. All right, here we go. And it's a 3. So it is going to be a 4-6-3 double play. And that gets Freed out of the inning. That was a big one. Ryan McMahon is up. We have an 8 and a 9, so a tough 9 is a strikeout. Jason Dominguez. We have an 854. We have a tough 54. Oh, and just again on the cusp, it's going to end up being a strikeout. 1 to 55 is the strikeout range on him. We hit a 54. 2 outs. Here's Bellinger. We have 6, tough 34. And again, right on the cusp. There it is, 34, strikeout. All right, third of the way through, 2-0 Yankees. Salvador Perez comes up. 950, we have tough 50, and that is a single. Third hit for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. We have 847, tough 47, that's a strikeout. There's Randall Griffith. 1230, and that's a wild pitch. So, a wild pitch on Max Fried. All right, here we go. We'll roll those dice again. We have 719, patient 19, and Griffith draws a walk. First and second now, Mike Yastrzemski. We have 536, tough 36. And let's see, that is going to be right back to the pitcher. So we have a 5 and a 6, so 5 or less. And it's a 7, so it's going to be a fielder's choice. And the batter will be out at second. And we're going to say pitcher to shortstop. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. There's Nick Lofton. We have 669, so tough 69. And that's going to get him out of the inning. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. And Bellinger will make the put out. And Royals strand the runner in scoring position. Bottom of the fourth. Aaron Judge. 256. So tough 56. And for Judge, that is going to be a double. So Judge doubles. And that brings up Ben Rice. 627, tough 27. Rice strikes out. All right, see what Giancarlo Stanton can do here. We have 778, patient 78, and 78 is a fly ball to right field. And runners hold. The only time I usually really advance runners is if it's a wheelhouse fly out, and everybody will take the extra base, and then if there's a runner on third, we would check for a sacrifice fly. But in most normal situations like that, I just leave them go and take the out for what it is. Here's Jazz Chisholm. We have 10. Ballpark 73. That's an in play. And 87 is going to be a grounder to second base. Okay, pretty good pitching matchup right now. All right, Isbell leading off for the Royals. We have 884, tough 84, and that's a ground out to the second baseman, Chisholm. Jonathan India, 0 for 2. We have 681, tough 81, grounded to short, Caballero. And there are two down. And Bobby Witt Jr. We have 665, tough 65, and that's going to turn into a ground out to the second baseman, Chisholm. Easy inning for Freed. On to the fifth, Austin Wells, home run. He's the main man right now. We have 657, tough 57, and that's a strikeout. One away. There's Caballero. 859, tough 59, and that's going to be a grounded to third baseman. Two outs. Ryan McMahon steps in. We have 892, tough 92, and that's hit out in the right field. That'll be caught by Grissick. Yankees are down in order. We head to the sixth. This is Max Fried's fatigue inning. Now, I generally with starters will use the Stratomatic fatigue rating, so um, he has to give up either a combination of 3 hits and 3 walks in the inning in order to get fatigued. All right, here's Garcia leading it off. We have 817, tough 17 to strikeout. All right, Salvador Perez. 7, we have Patience, 71. That's a fly ball to center field. And now we have Vinny Pasquantino. 12, 23. Wheelhouse, 23. And for Pasquantino, that's going to be a home run. So the Royals are on the board, and that makes it a 2-1 ball game. You know what I wish? I'm looking at the scoreboard here, and you know, the scoreboard changes before the runner even crosses the plate. I wish they maybe would delay that, let the runners score first before they put the runs up on the board. Just me. All right, here's Randall Grissick. We have 5-10, tough 10 strikeout. Fried gets out of the inning. All right, we're back to the top of the order for the Yankees. Lugo is still in there. He's also a 6 on the fatigue rating. All right, we have 829, tough 29. Dominguez strikes out again. He's 0 for 3 now. Some of you might wonder, well, why is Dominguez playing instead of Grisham? I just like Dominguez. I don't think they gave him a fair enough shot, and I've always wondered what it'd be like if they used him at the top of the lineup. All right, here's Cody Bellinger. 6-22. We have tough 22. Bellinger's going to strike out. And here's Aaron Judge. That doubled his last time up. We have 11. Wheelhouse 33. And Judge is going to take this 1 yard. Home run for Aaron Judge. And that gives the Yankees a 3-1 lead. There's Ben Rice. We will consider tired, but I don't consider him tired just because he gave up 3 runs. So actually, what I would do with that rule is I generally, if he gets up a walk or a hit after that, then I will consider him tired. Anyway, Ben Rice, 9-7, and Rice is going to strike out, so that takes care of that. We are heading to the seventh. The Yankees get the run back, 3-1, top of the seventh. Fried is still in there, and Yastrzemski is the hitter. 8-29, tough 29, and outside of the range, and that's going to be a pop up to the catcher. I don't think. Let's find out. Pop out. Oh, yeah, there it is, catcher. Okay, Nick Lofton. 4-37 in play, 37. That's going to make it a line out to the second baseman. 2 down. Alice Bell. We have 772 patient and 72 on the left-hand side is a fly out to center. All right. It's 3-1. I think maybe we're going to go to the pen for the Royals. Lugo's pitched well, and I would still let him go unfatigued. But we're going to bring in, let me see, who can we bring in here? And now, I don't know if this is a bug or not. Um, my roster that I've set on the team rosters is only has 26 players. However, you'll notice that every player is on here. And so I don't know if that's a bug, if it's something that needs to be fixed, because I certainly don't want 60 players showing up in my, um, to have to sort through. All right, so I got a couple of guys that need some rest here. And I think we're going to bring in John Schreiber. So let's see if we can find John Schreiber in here someplace. There he is right here. So Schreiber's going to be the new pitcher for the Royals. And he's going to face Giancarlo Stanton. There's Schreiber's card. All right, he's pitched 2 innings in this tournament. And he's got 4 strikeouts. And he's not allowed any runs. All right, so that's his card. So Stanton comes up here in the bottom of the seventh. And we have 487, Wheelhouse 87. That is a double for Stanton. So the Yankees get the leadoff man on as Jazz Chisholm comes to the plate. We have 12-65, tough 65, and that is right on the cusp as a strikeout. There you can see it. 1-65, I rolled a 65, and he strikes out. All right, Austin Wells. 1 out in the bottom of the seventh. We have 11, but I rolled double zeros, and since I don't use rare plays, I'm just going to re-roll the dice here. It's a 73, so patient 73. That is a fly out to the center fielder. Runners will hold. And we bring up Caballero. 2 outs. We have 777. Tough 77. Fly out to center field. All right. We're going to keep Fried in. Fried's going to stay in the game. Top of the eighth. Let's see what we can do with him. Here's Johnson, India. We have a 9-1, tough one, and that's obviously a strikeout. All right, Bobby Witt Jr. Yeah, we're going to let him face Bobby Witt Jr. We have an 8-29, tough 29, strikes out. And Garcia comes to the plate. And we have 9-84, another tough reading, 84, ground out to short. All right. Royals will go to the pen again. And let's see who we want to bring in here. We have lefty McMahon, Dominguez. We got a couple of lefties here. Let's see. No, we don't want to use him. Let's go with Daniel Lynch. Lynch is a left-hander. So let's see. He's good to go. All right. All right. They're not going to pinch hit for McMahon because of his defense. So we're in the bottom of the eighth, McMahon. So it'll be lefty on lefty. Here's Daniel Lynch. And we have 7-18. Patient 18. Walk. All right. So the Yankees have the leadoff man on. Now we have Dominguez. Dominguez with a rough day. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Here we go. We have 320. In play 20. That's a single. And I'm going to pick up an FAC card to see what the runner on first does. And he just moves one base. So we have a hit, a single, and runner goes one base. All right, here's Cody Bellinger. All right, we have 746. We have a patient. 46. That's a double. A double for Bellinger. Again, we're going to be picking a card here. And on the double, runners will advance 2 bases. So hit, double, and runners advance 2 bases. And that's going to be all for Daniel Lynch. All right, he's pitched his 3 batters. And with Judge coming up, they're not going to take a chance. Yankees leading 4-1 right now and have nobody out. So let's see who we want to go with here. Jonathan Boland or Bowlen. Let's see. I don't know if he's even made an appearance in this tournament yet. Let's see. Okay, here's his card right there. He's a starter and a reliever, so uh, Royals get a little length out of him. But Aaron Judge. Here's Bowlen's card. And Judge at the plate with nobody out. Now here's an instance where we might have to determine if the runner is going to score on fly ball. All right, we have 872. We have patient 72, and Judge is hit with the pitch. So I guess that's one way to pitch around Judge. Now you have the bases loaded with Ben Rice. Okay, we have 6. We have Tough. Tough 94 is a fly ball to right field. And so let's see, with a runner on third base, let's see. He's a 5. And being it's a tough out, he's going to hold. Jason Dominguez is going to hold. Out, fly out, right field. Okay, let's see if Stanton can bring a runner in here. We have 6. Tough 17, he strikes out. Well, let's see. Yankees could end up skunked here even after the bases are loaded. Jazz Chisholm. All right, we have 30 on the roll. That's a wild pitch. So a runner's going to score on the wild pitch. All right. And we have 372. Wheelhouse 72. That is a single. And on the wheelhouse, the runners will take the extra bases. So both runners will score a single. And see if that works. Yep, there we go. Yankees have broken it open here in the 8th. It is 7-1. Austin Wells, 832. We have a patient 32. That is a double. And runners will, let's see, on a 6 with 2 outs. All right, he's going to come all the way around to score. And yeah, Ballin is pretty well taken care of. So the relief crew couldn't do much for the Royals. They're going to look for, let me see, Stephen Cruz. Here he is. Will come in. Yankees have 2 outs. They've blown it open here with 5 runs in the 8th inning. We have Caballero, and we have 891. So patient 91 is a ground out to the shortstop, and that ends the disaster inning for the Royals. All right, it's 8-1, and the Yankees are going to go to the pen. And let's see who we want to bring in here. We'll just go with Camilo Doval. All right. All right, Salvador Perez leading it off. Here's Doval's card. All right, so got some tough readings down 8, 9, and 10. Wheelhouse at 11. All right, here's Perez. Perez 1 for 3. We have a 723. Patient 23 is a double. All right, so not a good start for Doval. Vinny Pasquantino comes up. We have 258, tough 58. That is a fly ball to left field. Fly out, left field, 1 away. All right, and they're going to go with a pinch hitter for Grisham. So Grisham is playing right field. And let me see, what do we have here we can put in there? Adam Frazier. Frazier does pretty well. All right, so Adam Frazier. Okay, we have to go to positions. Frazier, where are you? This is when you have all these plays here. It makes it really hard to find who you're looking for. All positions. All positions. Position player. There we go. That helps. All right, so where are you? Adam Frazier. Pinch hitting for Grisham. And this is where we have a little bit of an issue that needs to get taken care of because it's, as you can see, as I put Adam Frazier into pinch hit, it actually shows him up as a second baseman. And I don't even think there is nothing even in there that even lets you put in pinch hitters. So that's definitely something that has to be taken care of. All right, Frazier's up, and we have 11:56 wheelhouse 56. That is a single, and with a wheelhouse, Perez is going to score, and that will make it 8-2. Because of even needing to go into the bullpen again. All right, Mike Yastrzemski. That's a pinch hit single. Yastrzemski, 726, pacing 26. That's a walk. And Nick Lofton is going to bat. We have 4, patient 8. That's a walk. And I think we've seen enough of Milo Duvall. So Duvall's coming out. And I'm not going to let this game get out of hand, even though it's only 8-2, but the bases are loaded. And so one swing of the bat can pretty much end this game. Let's go with, let's see if he is Fernando Cruz. We'll bring Cruz in here to try to finish this game off. Isbell's the hitter with 1 out. Okay, we have 9:22, patient 22. That's a walk, and that's going to force a run in. We have an 8-3 ball game. There's Jonathan India. 449, tough 49. That is going to be a single. All right. So Bobby Witt getting a little dramatic here. We have 311. Oh my goodness, you're not going to believe this, folks. This is a grand slam. 3 wheelhouse 11. Bobby Witt Jr. has just hit a grand slam home run, and this game is now tied. It is 8-8. The Royals have exploded for 7 runs in the ninth inning to tie this game. And that is going to be all for Cruz. And the Yankees are going to go with David Bednar. See if they can stop the bleeding here. See if Bednar is available. There he is. Wow. Talk about a thriller. All right, here's Garcia. Here's Bednar's card. We're using his New York card. All right, Garcia's up. We have 765, patient 65. That makes it a fly ball to right field. That's only the second out of the inning. It'll be interesting to see how the who gets the loss in this game. Well, we have a tie game right now, so all right. Here's Perez. We have 1077 tough, and it's a fly out to center field. But folks, we have a ball game as we head to the bottom of the ninth. All right. So multiple players assigned to second base, right field. We have to go in to fix that. And that's good that they tell you that much. All right. So let's see what we're gonna do here. Um, Adam Frazier's gonna stay in the game, and he's gonna play right field. Second, short, third, catcher, first, right, D. Yeah. Okay. So we're good there. And let's see what the Royals will do for pitching here. McMahon and let's see. So Cruz comes out. We've used Schreiber. Let's go with Lucas Ursag. Lucas Ursag. Okay, let's see if we can find him in our list. Okay, he's available. We put him in there. Okay, there you see it. Big crooked numbers in the 5 runs for the Yankees in the bottom of the eighth, 7 runs for the Royals in the top of the ninth. We have McMahon. Here's our sixth card. 2.64 ERA, 8 and 4. McMahon is up. McMahon 0 for 2. Is it going to walk one? All right, here we go. We have 640, tough 40, strikeout. So this game has gotten exciting. Now we have Jason Dominguez. He's 1 for 4. 544 in play. 44 grounded to the first baseman. Cody Bellinger. We have 11. We rolled double zeros again. We're going to re-roll that. We have 1143, tough 43. That is a single for Bellinger. All right. And now we have Mr. Aaron Judge, who homered. He's also doubled. So here we go. Can he do it again? Can he come up big? We have 7 in play, 68, and that's not going to do it. That's a ground out to the third baseman. Guess what, folks? We're going into extra innings. All right. We're keeping Bednar in there. Pasquantino in the top of the 10th. 11:36, ballpark 36. That is a wheelhouse. Let's see what it boils down to. Here's to roll the dice. 51 on the wheelhouse is a double. So I guess if we were playing with a ghost runner rule, there would be a man on second anyway. A leadoff double. Here's Adam Frazier. Frazier coming up. We have 783, patient 83. 83 is a grounded to second, so to the right side, that's going to move the runner up. All right, we have an out, ground out to the second baseman, and the runner on second goes to third. We are going to bring the infield in. All right, and here's Yastrzemski with the infield in. All right, we have 825, tough 25. That's a strikeout. Big strikeout for Bednar. And Nick Lofton. I wonder if we have a left-handed batter. Do they have a left-handed batter on the bench? Carter Jensen, but he can't play. Massey, where's Lofton playing? Lofton's playing left field. They're going to bring in they're going to bring in Mike Massey. The Mike Massey is going to come in and pinch hit for Lofton. There's Massey. He's going in for Lofton. All right, so here we go. There's his card popping up. Runner on third, 2 outs. Let's see, 1067, tough. 67, and that is a fly out to center field. So nice job by Bednar. Okay, there's our reminder now. Let's see how we want to do this here. We already have India at second. Okay. All right, so Fraser is in left, or right rather. All right, Massey's going to stay in the game and play left field. So Massey will stay in the game, play left field. Meanwhile, the Royals will head to the bullpen again with some lefties coming in. Let's see what they have, what they can bring in here. Angel Zerpa. Angel Zerpa. So there he is. He will come in. We're going to the bottom of the 10th. All right. So Yankees are going to make a move here. They are going to go with Paul Goldschmidt. All right. So Yankees will bring in a pinch hitter. And it's going to be Paul Goldschmidt to bat for Ben Rice. Bottom of the 10th. Goldie's card. You see he has a 411 on base against lefty. We have 869. Tough. 69. That is a grounded to the second baseman. All right. John Carlos Stanton. We have 733 in play. 32. He singles. So Stanton has a base hit. And let's see. Let's see if we can. We have somebody who can run here. Trent Grisham. Yeah, Trent Grisham is going to pinch run for Giancarlo Stanton. And my guess is when I put Grisham in there, he's not going to show up as a pinch runner. Nope, he's showing up as a center fielder. Okay, so these are things that are going to have to get taken care of. All right, so he is a C. Perez is a one arm, so I doubt Grisham's going anywhere. But we do have Jazz up. Here's Jazz. All right, we have 483. We have Patient 83. 83 is a grounded to second, so Angel's Earth is a 9, but Sism's a 4 on the double play. So here we go. It's a 5, so it's going to be a force out. Yep. All righty. Last that was a grounded to second baseman. Oh, wait. Yep. Okay. Out. Force play. Out at second. Second to short. All right. So Grisham's out. Jazz, he can steal, but the B1, so they'll hold him on, but chances are he's not going anywhere. Here's Wells. And we have a 430. That's a wild pitch. That's the third wild pitch we've had in this game. So another wild pitch moves the runner into scoring position with 2 outs. All right, Austin Wells gets the roll again. We have 10, 17. Wheelhouse 17. And that is a home run for Austin Wells, a walk-off home run. The Yankees are going to win this. So Wells got the scoring started with a homer, and he ends the game with a walk-off homer. The Yankees win it 10-8 on the 2-run homer by Austin Wells. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs for Austin Wells. That gives the Yankees the series win. And boy, this was some game. So there you have it. Bednar will get the win. Zerpa will get the loss. There's your MVP. Let's look at the box score. There's Austin Wells right down here, 3 for 5, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Definitely have to give him the victory here. Well, look at that. Look at that, folks. I was wondering how that was going to play out. All right, so Trent Grisham did come in the pinch run, and the box score does actually show Grisham as the pinch runner. So that's good to know. But if you look up in here, you can see Adam Frazier, who came into pinch hit for Grisham. He's only showing up as being in right field. Mike Massey's only showing up as being in left field. Both of them should have a pinch hit indicator by them. All right, but the pinch runner does show up. So that is a good thing to know. Here's your pitching lines. Max Fried, what can you say? Max Fried, had went out of that game with a big lead. I think it was 8-1. Pitching 8 innings makes you wonder why we took him out, right? And I guess you can say I'm Aaron Boone in that respect. Usually I would have kept Fried in the game, but I figured with that big of a lead, I might just as well keep him, take him out. But that's the way the ball goes sometimes. But Fried, a good game, 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Should have gotten the win, but there you go. But look at this down here. Wow, 3 wild pitches. 3 wild pitches. Bolin and Zerpa for the Royals. Max Fried, a wild pitch. I don't think I've ever had in this game that many wild pitches. I've seen it in Strat, but I've never had that many wild pitches in playoff pitch. Ground and double plays. See, we have left on base, runners in scoring positions, and there we go. So, final score of this one is the Yankees win it in 10 innings with a 2-out walk-off home run by Austin Wells. The Yankees win it 10-8, and they take the series. So there you have it, folks. Have a good night, and we'll be back next time.